Here's something I've noticed after helping a lot of families move to Northeast Florida. The beach lifestyle looks completely different depending on who you are and what season of life you're in. Some people want buzz and energy and things happening all the time, but then there are those who are craving peace and space and a slower pace. And that's where Atlantic Beach really stands out. It's quiet, it's simple, it feels a little tucked away, and depending on what you're looking for, that might feel perfect. Or maybe a little too quiet. So let's talk about it. Today, I'm walking you through what life is really like in Atlantic Beach and how it compares to the other Jacksonville beach towns. We'll get into the vibe, the pace, the homes, the walkability, the conveniences, and whether or not it's actually a good fit for your lifestyle. Now, if we haven't met yet, I'm Josh Rogers. I've been a real estate agent here in Northeast Florida for 15 years, and I lead the F3 home team with Real Broker. My team helps people move here from all over the country and find a place that actually works for them, not just on paper, but in real life. And a lot of that starts with a text. If you're early in the process and just want someone local who can help talk it through, feel free to reach out. I'm here for the questions, the back and forth, and helping you figure out what feels right for you. So let's start with the overall vibe of Atlantic Beach. This is not your big, crowded, high-rise kind of beach town. It's more like a neighborhood that just happens to be right next to the ocean. You've got tree-lined streets and people riding bikes with surfboards tucked under their arms, and you'll see families walking to dinner, dogs sleeping on porches, and neighbors stopping to talk in the front yard. It's chill, slower, and lived in and laid back. And a lot of the people who move here are specifically looking for that. They want to step out of the fast lane and into something simpler. But if you're someone who loves to be where the action is and you get your energy from crowds or events or nightlife, it might feel like not enough is going on. So much of this decision comes down to energy. What kind of day-to-day rhythm feels like a good match for you? Now, the homes in Atlantic Beach are part of what gives it that cozy character. You won't see rows of brand new construction or giant master plan developments. Instead, it's mostly older homes that have been updated over the years. Stuff like mid-century ranches, coastal cottages, and a handful of custom builds tucked near the marsh or the ocean. And you've got variety. Some homes are quirky and full of charm, and others are beautifully modernized with clean lines and natural light. The lots tend to be a little bigger than what you'd find in newer neighborhoods, and there's this mature, established feeling with the landscaping and the trees. So it's not polished or perfect, but it feels real and comfortable, and people take a lot of pride in keeping things up. If you're loving the breakdown and are seriously considering the move to Jacksonville and need a local team to find you the perfect home for you and family, just shoot me a text. My team and I would love to work with you and send you a few home options based on your lifestyle and family needs. So let's talk about daily life. Atlantic Beach is one of the few places in Northeast Florida where you can truly live and walk at the same time. You can literally walk to the beach in the morning, grab a smoothie at noon, ride your bike to dinner, and never really need to get in your car if you don't want to. The beach's town center is the heart of that experience. You've got great spots like North Beach Fish Camp and Flying Iguana, plus coffee shops, little boutiques, and a solid mix of casual and upscale dining, but it's all smaller scale. If you want big box stores or chains, you'll need to drive out toward Atlantic Boulevard. So the convenience is there, but it's a little more spread out. And most people who live here don't mind the trade-off because they're choosing charm and character over volume and variety. If you're thinking about moving with kids, let's now talk about schools and safety. Atlantic Beach is zoned for public schools that have a good reputation, including Atlantic Beach Elementary and Fletcher Middle and High School. These aren't brand new campuses, but they're loved by the community and tend to have strong support from families. As far as safety goes, Atlantic Beach has its own police department, and there's a very active, engaged vibe from the residents. You'll see officers riding around on bikes, and neighbors are the kind who wave, check in, and look out for each other. It feels small town in a good way, like not isolated, but connected. There's a pride here that shows up in the yards, the beach cleanups, the block parties, and the way people really show up for the community. Now, who does this area actually attract? In my experience, it's people who love the ocean but don't need a whole scene around it. They're drawn to simple living, intentional days, a lifestyle where you can walk the dog to the water, know your barista by name, and end the evening barefoot in the backyard. But of course, it's not for everyone. If you want energy and events and lots of things happening nearby, you might feel a little restless here. That's why it's so important to match the vibe to your actual life. It's not just about location, but about rhythm and routine and how you want your days to feel. So if you've been thinking about moving to the Jacksonville area and Atlantic Beach is on your radar, or even just something you're curious about, go ahead and send me a message. I'll help you find the perfect home in the perfect neighborhood that fits your family needs and goals. Thanks for spending time here with me, and I'll see you in the next one.